I'll sign.
Okay, here we go. Here are 8 Star Wars questions we still need answered. Why doesn't anyone recognize R2D2 and CP3O? C3PO.
I don't know. The answer is cow.
They're androids.
Well, you'd think Darth Vader would recognize 3PO
Right.
since he made him.
Do you think he'd want to
Actually-
destroy him?
That myth was debunked. Vader did recognize 3PO because in Bespin, Vader stopped Boba Fett from blasting him.
Okay. There's knowledge. I don't know.
If you go back and watch it, but you'll see Vader take his hand and pull Boba's blaster down as he aimed it right at C3PO.
Okay.
So Obi-Wan is being fuzzy on the details for his younger exploits. How can he not remember R2D2 and C3PO when they show up in 77's A New Hope?
Because they made him backwards.
Yeah. No, it's, I mean, yeah, it was backwards the way they did the film. So yeah, it would be odd for him to recognize something that really
He
hadn't
didn't-
happened yet.
Yeah, that he didn't know he saw already.
But yeah, that's another good one too, because R2D2 was claiming to be property of Obi-Wan's, which he wasn't. He was Anakin's.
Yeah. Yeah, because Anakin made him.
Well, Anakin made C3PO, but R2D2 saved him when they fixed the hyperdrive when they was escaping Naboo.
Mm-hmm.
But R2D2 kept saying he was a property of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that's when he was like, I don't ever remember owning a droid.
Aha.
Okay, another one. Does Obi-Wan forget that Leia is a Skywalker? He also seems to completely forget that Leia is the daughter of Anakin Skywalker during The Empire Strikes Back.
Hmm. It seems a lot like poor planning on somebody's part. Maybe Obi-Wan just has some memory issues that have not been addressed as of yet.
Yeah, hanging out in the desert for all them years, getting his brain fried.
Yeah. Because see, that actually, truthfully, that wasn't revealed again until Return of the Jedi when Yoda throws it out there.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. There is another.
Right.
So Obi-Wan knows that there's another Skywalker around that could defeat Vader.
Or maybe he's just not letting this information out to the young Luke.
That's going to be fun because there's a new Obi-Wan coming out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be good. Maybe they'll clear some of this up for that.
Yeah.
So why doesn't Darth Vader sense anything about Leia?
Because Luke and Leia didn't know nothing about each other till Return of the Jedi.
He sensed Obi-Wan's presence aboard the Death Star. He got into Luke's head during the duel of Return of the Jedi.
Right. And then when he got in Luke's head, that's when he found out about Leia. Because if I remember right, he didn't even know that they were going to have twins when Revenge of the Sith came out. They just thought it was one child, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He didn't feel anything in the opening moments of A New Hope.
Right.
See, I don't know. They got a lot of unanswered gaps. I know that.
Mm.
Maybe they left them unanswered on purpose so they can go back and make more movies. So then they can fill
Right.
more little holes in and keep
Right.
everybody going forever.
Just like Yoda's race, that it's never disclosed what race they are.
Oh.
A question to be answered one day. Why do some Jedi disappear after they die?
I was wondering that myself. Because Yoda disappeared, Obi-Wan disappeared,
Yep.
Qui-Gon didn't. The
Yeah,
Jedi,
there was a bunch of Geonosis that was laying around.
yeah. And then there was a bunch also when Order 66 was executed.
So since Darth Vader's body doesn't disappear after his death,
How could they tell he was a suit?
yeah.
Because I want to know why they changed the ending on Return of the Jedi, why they put the younger Anakin in there.
Mm.
Because at the time of Vader's death, supposedly, if I remember right, he was
I heard
45.
that's because Vader killed Anakin when he was young.
Okay.
And that's when Anakin died, so they would put his Force Ghost back then.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Because
you.
Vader would be a different person than Anakin was.
You're correct. I can see that. Thank you.
Wow, this is turning out to be informative. No, that's cool. Get you thinking.
But they did have a interview. I don't know if anybody's seen it one time with George Lucas and John Favreau. That same exact question came up. When will they learn that the race of what Yoda was? And Favreau looked over to George Lucas. He said, "That may be a secret I never disclose."
Oh. Yeah, because they lived for thousands of years, right?
Yeah. I've also heard they're scrapping the prequels, the Force Awakens, and those last year. I heard they're scrapping them, and Lucas is redoing them.
Oh. That'd be a change. But I thought Lucas gave up his rights for everything.
Lucas got it back.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy is out.
Oh, she's out?
Yeah,
Yes.
When did she get out?
like recently.
Yeah,
I
George.
think like 2 months ago, maybe.
Right. Well, this is like I'm saying. This is how come that those prequels were such a flop.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kathleen Kennedy did what she wanted. She didn't follow any of what was supposed to went on. That's why Disney canned her. But Disney is letting her do the TV show spin-offs for Disney Plus.
Oh, see.
But as far as all creative decision, it all got turned back to George Lucas.
The only way I'd bring back Disney Plus if they brought back Gina Guerrero.
That's in
Yeah.
the talks too. That is in the talks.
Yeah, because she made that character. They can't replace that character with somebody else.
Because George Lucas is throwing 7 hills fit because Pedro Pascal is not fired.
I
He done
know.
the same. He done the same thing on a different social media platform,
Yep.
and he's also throwing a. Pedro Pascal is throwing a fit, wanting more and more parts in the Mando armor, but he was hired for a voice actor only.
Mm. Where Gina's face is all over the place.
Right.
They got all the action figures and
Yeah, because John Favreau, he walked away from the Marshall.
yeah, that was going to be a good one.
Once they fired her, he walked away from it. He was like, I don't want on that project.
Oh, wow.
And she was a good marshal. Okay, so what's the deal with the Anakin's father?
I gotta go, guys. Dinner's ready. Nice talking to y'all.
Okay, see you
All
later.
right.
Alright.
See you later.
See
Hope
ya.
you feel better.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
So I always thought Anakin, like, he was created by the influence of the midichlorians, and like Palpatine created Anakin, I think, because he could use the midichlorians and create life. That was one of his powers, or something like that. I heard a theory about that.
Already called Mark.
Yeah, so he had no father and was a product of a miraculous birth.
Yeah.
But Shimmy Skywalker was Anakin's mother?
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, well, that was his adopted mother. Like, she wasn't actually his mom.
So the Skywalker name means nothing. Is that what you're saying?
What?
So the Skywalker name means nothing.
No, not really. It's just like his dad was not. Well, I guess that could technically be, because I mean, Palpatine created Anakin with the influencing in the midichlorians. Like, he learned that ability from his master, Darth Plagueis.
Hmm.
So he set this whole thing into plan.
Hmm.
I think we need to rewatch some stuff. Get ourselves a little bit.
Well, if they're getting
I
rid
mean,
of the
I learned all
first,
this stuff through like a channel called I forget what it was called. Never mind.
Okay.
if they're getting rid of the first three
They're
movies.
just talking like the last three, not the first three.
Well, no, the first three is in chronological order, not in the order they were put out.
What? Like, they're getting rid of the prequels?
That's what he was just saying.
Yeah, I think you have prequels and sequels mixed up.
Yeah,
What? Why would they
prequels.
get rid of the prequels?
Yeah.
Why, the prequels are great.
He
Well,
was saying
some of the
because
prequels are great.
Kathleen Kennedy had something to do with them, is what he was just saying.
No, not the prequels, the sequels.
Oh,
7, 8, and 9 is ones that he was talking about.
Oh,
But he kept,
7, 8, and 9.
but he kept
Oh.
on talking. He kept on calling them prequels, and they're not
Oh, okay.
prequels. They're sequels
Oh,
because
okay.
it's 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
Okay.
But I haven't heard him trashing those.
Okay.
So, does anybody else have any questions, or should I keep going?
I don't have any questions.
No, I don't.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so what exactly happened to those Bothanans?
The what?
Bothanans?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't.
And it says the video is unavailable, so we can't look at the video. Mon Mothma doesn't get a whole lot of say throughout the movies, but her most famous line is also the most descriptive of the saga when detailing the stolen plans for the new Death Star in Return of the Jedi. Mothma's face suddenly drifts into an expressionless mask as she chillingly says, Many Bothanans died to bring us this information. I don't remember that part in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, it was the second Death Star when it was in that room when they're showing the plans where there was rotating and stuff and all that.
Mm.
So it's when she said that, but she had some some words to say in Rogue One.
Mm. Mothma's 1,000-yard stare.
Mm.
You remember that part?
Well,
No, like I said, I think I need to rewatch some stuff.
Okay.
Some of it I know, but on another note, really quick, when we were coming home from my dad's house, and we saw it was a smart car, you know, the little tiny smart cars,
right.
and it was white and orange, and the license plate was BB8.
Oh,
And
It had a
BB-8
BB-8 on the
sticker.
window
right.
and going all the way down the window down the side of the car. It was a mini car, electric car. It was really cool looking.
It was really cool looking. Yes, it was.
Not that I'm into electric cars, but
It was a little BB-8.
unless it's a Tesla.
Yeah, it wasn't a Tesla.
Yeah. It was a smart car. So how did the second Death Star get built so quickly? In the closing moments of Revenge of the Sith, we see a very basic skeletal structure of the first Death Star being constructed. 19 years later, the thing is cruising around the galaxy, turning entire planets to dust. After the first Death Star is destroyed, the Empire has another one even bigger than the original, almost fully operational in 4 years between A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. I guess it's because they learned how to build them.
Yeah, that or they had going on, started the second one, sooner than the other one blowing up.
Yes, shortened research and development time.
Mm.
Well, if they already had plans, and maybe it was like maybe how maybe when they ordered the first one to be built, they were building the second one kind of like at the same time.
Yeah, imagine being in a galactic construction union and being contracted to work on the latest Death Star, and you're just working along, and all of a sudden you get blown up by. Oh man.
Well, I doubt that was unionized because
Well,
I doubt they'd go on strike.
Yeah. Here's your strike.
Yeah.
Strike one. Yeah, like Cheryl just did. Slap him.
Mhm.
oh no,
Yeah.
I think we let a mosquito in.
Yep. I thought you were doing what
Yeah.
the Empire would do to their union laborers.
Yeah.
They probably, I mean, okay, yeah, they probably would, but
Maybe
Yeah.
with a blaster.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they probably, how, I mean, not to, how when you're sometimes when they come up with the new planes, they order a bunch of them at the same time to be like they have one that's farther along than the next one. So that's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know, but it seems like that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Or they have it like when oh, forget it. I just lost what I was gonna say. Never mind. Oh, a production line. That's how they have the cars on the production line. You can like whip them out real fast. So maybe they have some kind of something like that, building the parts to it, and then they can be just assembled quicker.
Mass production.
Yeah, that's it. Like
Yeah,
I said, I just totally lost what I was gonna say, but I at least got
an assembly line.
an assembly line.
An assembly line of Death Stars. Ooh, that's a scary thought. Wow.
Wow.
That's another saga there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, next one. Where did the Ewoks get Leah's dress? Isn't it a bit odd that the Ewoks had a dress for Princess Leia just laying around in Jedi?
Yeah, they ate her. They ate somebody before her.
A really
'Cause
nice tailored dress that fits Leia perfectly.
Yeah.
So it's a race of beings that eat humans.
Yeah, because they was fixing to fry up them some Han Solo burgers and all that other stuff.
Yeah. They
Burger.
just happen to have a dress that fits Leia perfectly.
Mm.
And they're fixing to cook Chewbacca too.
Yeah. I mean, they was turning them, fixing to turn them on the spit.
Yeah. So it must have belonged to someone at some point.
Probably they
Never-
just
I mean, at the party at the end, they had to get the meat from somewhere.
Oh,
There's had all kinds of stormtroopers laying around.
man. Yeah, but they're just clones. I mean, you can just grow them.
Mhm.
so they were so they turned out to be eating genetically modified meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I guess so.
Yeah.
that was all. What happened to
Oh, I guess Luke had to go.
Oh man.
So,
Okay, well that's all the questions for this meeting.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe, and we'll be back next week.